Everybody, we are out in front of my house today and we're going to do a non-motorcycle video. But we are going to bring the GT out because we're going to use it as a table for what we are going to talk about. About a year and a half ago, I did a video where I said I was going to buy a mechanical dress watch. And I was buying it as a kind of a milestone or a reward for my successful business venture where I quit my job and went out on my own and started working for myself. And I actually never made the video. And the reason I didn't make the video is it took a long time to find the watch, and I didn't think anybody would be interested. So this is a motorcycle channel, not a watch channel. So I figured I'd just ignore it and whatever. But I got called out recently, and somebody asked, "Hey, you ever gonna make that video?" Well, here it is. This is the video we're gonna make. When it comes to watches, I'm a watch guy. I like my watches. It's kind of wearing a watch is a habit I got into in the military. And I just never stopped. I still wear them. And I try to buy decent watches because I don't want to say they're an investment, but it's not a bad thing to put your money into. Because say if you buy a $10,000 Rolex tomorrow and you go buy what's a $10,000 motorcycle? Say I buy a Tenere 700. In 20 years, what are those two things going to be worth? That Rolex is going to be worth more than $10,000. Where that Tenere probably going to be in a junkyard somewhere. So spending money on a watch is it's not as bad of a deal as a lot of people make it out to be, but you don't have to spend big money, things like that. I don't do it for prestige or anything like that or to show off or anything. And a lot of people, I prefer they just don't know what it is that I'm wearing. In fact, that was one of the criteria I set for with this watch when I bought it. So I had a whole list of things, and I can't sit and repeat them all off the top of my head, so I'm just going to list them right here, what my criteria was that this watch had to meet in order for me to buy it. Because me buying a dress watch is kind of pointless because I don't dress up very often. I'm usually, some kind of casual wear or sporty attire, things like that. I don't dress up often, so buying something that's strictly a sports or a dress watch, just wouldn't be worth it. So I wanted a lot of versatility out of this thing. And what I found, I think it really knocks it out of the park. So let's move the camera in. We'll open up the box and take a look at what I got here and see what you guys think. Okay, so the watch I picked up is from a company called Nomos. And they hail from a little town called Glashütte in Germany. And Glashütte is located in what was East Germany. And it's kind of interesting, the history. If you want something to read about, go read about German watchmaking, and how it was affected by World War II and the aftermath. Because East Germany was under the control of the Soviets, communists, and so all the old-time, big-name watch manufacturers from East Germany were kind of absorbed by the government, and all their factories were taken over, and they were forced to make, oil filters, but for Trabants and whatever the government wanted them to make, as opposed to what they wanted to make, which was watches. And Nomos is a brand that was an old German company that went out of business in like the 19 teens. And that's kind of a funny story too. But someone resurrected the name, kind of like how BSA is back for motorcycles. And they went into business about 2 months after the fall of the Berlin Wall. And so this is a new upstart company just out of nowhere, really. And what they did was something pretty incredible. Now they came out with 4 watches originally, and there was one of those that I really liked, but since they had so little water resistance, even moisture in the atmosphere can actually cause damage to a lot of dress watches. If you look at the used market for dress watches on like eBay and stuff, you'll see a lot of crap that hasn't been taken care of very well. And you can see a lot of like moisture, damage and things, condensation inside the watches where it, ruined the dials and things. So I liked their watches, but I never bought one because I didn't think they were good enough for me to buy one. I can't justify a pure dress watch, and I wanted something with a little more water resistance. So I found this watch on accident. I actually thought it was a fake, not this exact watch, but this model. I thought it was a fake because I was not aware that they actually made the one you're about to see. And after I did a little bit of research, I found that it wasn't fake. It was actually real, and I'll try to get this in here close. This is the Nomos Tangente Sport reference model 501. We'll pull the watch out and we'll get rid of this box. Bear with. There she is. So it's actually kind of amazing to me that they have a dress watch that flew under the radar that I was unaware of. I didn't even know they made this thing. Like I said, I thought it was a fake the first time I saw one. I thought somebody had either messed up, trying to copy paste the specifications, or it was fake. I wasn't sure until I did some research and found out. And I'm going to grab a towel that I have off to the side over here just so I can keep fingerprints off of things. All right, hopefully that's better and you're not just looking at my fingerprints all over this watch. I went with the solid caseback version. They did make a see-through caseback version, but I tend not to make that one of the things I'd look for in a watch, because once you've seen mechanical stuff, no matter how pretty it is, once you've seen mechanical watch works, you've seen them all basically. It looks cool. You see it once, you never look at it again, really. So the kicker for this watch is that it's extremely versatile. And I brought a strap changing tool, and we're going to show that. So here it is on the factory strap. This is a Shell Cordovan black leather strap, and this is very nice. So dressy, there you go. You got your black leather, looks great. So let's swap this strap, and I'll show how the versatility starts kicking in on this watch. Okay, strap has been changed, and now we have kind of a distressed leather, almost suede looking. This is a Collareb, I believe. Yeah, Collareb Spoleto. And this turns it into a more casual watch. So now we can take this out, just go out for dinner, things like that, and it's still a nice looking watch. And not too dressy, not blingy, anything like that. And let's do a wrist shot here. And there she is on the wrist. I have a 7.5-inch wrist. This is a 36 millimeter watch. It is 10 millimeters thick with an 18 millimeter lug width. Just throwing the specs out there. Those blued hands, they really do catch the light. And looks really, really sharp. So now, and I said it had to have 100 meters of water resistance and lume on the dial. Here's where that kicks in. And now it is on a fabric strap. This is a factory fabric strap that you can purchase from Nomos. And Nomos is really good about their pricing and things like that when it comes to service and all that. But what we've got now is we've got a watch with 100 meters water resistance and a strap that it doesn't matter if it gets wet. And now it's a sports watch. Let's put it on. And now I have a watch that I can take camping if I wanted to. I can dunk it in water, I can go swimming, anything like that. And I try not to buy watches with any less than 100 meters of water resistance. Because if it says like 30 meters of water resistance on the back, that doesn't mean you can go scuba diving down to 30 meters. It's a different rating than that. And I don't like to get anything wet that has less than 100. So we've seen it go from black tie to casual to now sporty, capable of heading out into the woods. Pretty slick watch. So there we have it, the Nomos Tangente reference number 501. This is my dress watch, casual watch, sports watch. It's a watch that does it all. It's actually not my favorite watch. That's a different video. But this one's pretty darn good. This is number 2. So I like this a lot more than I thought I would. Because when I set out to buy it, I didn't know I was getting this exact model. And I was kind of worried about spending this kind of money on something that I would only wear on dress occasions. But this is something I can wear on just about any occasion. It's so versatile that it fits the bill most of the time. So pretty cool. Hopefully this video is entertaining a little bit. And I'll keep it short and we'll just end it right here. And take care, and I'll catch you guys next time.